Many people dream of being able to become a celebrity, star in movies, millions of dollars, you know what I mean. Well, some people amazingly have that opportunity at a young age. They have it all, the fame, the fortune, before they're even old enough to go to high school. Unfortunately though, many times that childhood stardom doesn't transfer well into adulthood. Today, we are going to be covering 10 famous child celebrities who ruined their careers. Number 10. Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter is the little brother of Backstreet Boys' Nick Carter, and he followed in his brother's footsteps into the music industry. He was the lead singer of a band at the age of 7 and soon started off on his own solo career. He released his first album and first single, Crush on You, in 1997, which proved to be a massive hit all over America and Europe. In 2000, he released his next album and went on to reach triple platinum. His music career also got him a chance to act in shows like Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Lizzie McGuire, which sounds pretty amazing, but all this success didn't settle too well with Aaron, as he was arrested for speeding in 2008 and was charged for being in possession of marijuana the very next year. He became addicted to Xanax as it helped him take care of his anxiety. He couldn't get rid of the addiction for 3 years and finally got sober in 2012. He was in heaps of debt by then due to his excessive spending and long-term investment in luxury items. In 2013, he ended up filing for bankruptcy to clear his massive debt of $3.5 million. On the bright side, though, he is now clean and seems to be financially stable. Number 9. Justin Cooper. Justin kicked off his acting journey and pizza commercials when he was just 5 years old, and then went on to do guest appearances on the beloved sitcom Full House from there. Everything was going great and all in the right direction, and then he had his big break when Tom Shadyac, the director of Liar Liar, thought that he looked perfect to star alongside Jim Carrey. When the film went on to enormous success, Justin went on to star in a few more movies, like The Adventures of Ragtime and Dennis the Menace Strikes Again. However, going forward today, and Cooper is fully grown adult, he didn't do much in the time in between. Number 8. Britney Spears. This pop star has been famous for having her face plastered in front of tabloids for numerous wrong reasons, and you couldn't think we would have this list without her. Britney started off as a major childhood celebrity, starting off from Disney's Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but her first real fame came in '95 when she started her music career. She became a major hit, and you could find her albums everywhere. She then, however, went on to start catching the spotlight for different reasons, by changing her songs to more mature themes and changing her innocent image to skimpy clothes, which can be seen very clearly in her transition from Baby One More Time to I'm a Slave for You. In 2006, she was caught driving with her son on her lap, and this led to a lot of serious concerns of her being a responsible parent. She was also accused of sending harsh messages to her fans. After her second divorce, she began clubbing a lot and went on to a series of checking in and out of rehab centers. Number 7. Haley Joel Osment. You may very likely remember a young Haley Joel Osment as the boy who could communicate with spirits in The Sixth Sense. Haley was just 11 years old, and for that, he became the youngest person in history to be nominated for an Academy Award. However, then as he aged, his looks started to become less relevant, as happens with many childhood stars, and Haley found himself doing more and more voiceover work, rather than being on camera himself. And without enormous filming projects holding him back, Haley ended up graduating from NYU's Tisch School of Arts in 2011, and now as a 31-year-old, he looks completely different. Number 6. Miley Cyrus. You had to know this one was coming as well. We could call Miley Cyrus extremely lucky for still even being in the industry after trying to wreck her career. Miley Cyrus shot to fame that had been unheard of with her debut as Hannah Montana on Disney Channel. She became an overnight sensation with fans all over the world. Miley climbed the ladder to success in both her singing and acting careers with numerous chart-topping triple platinum albums. She had sold-out concerts and rose to fame all over, like no other Disney star before her. But due to the pressure of maintaining the squeaky clean image that Disney required, Miley eventually lost all control. She rose quite a few eyebrows with their explicit performance at the 2013 VMAs, as she showed a side that no one could have ever dreamed of seeing. And things just kept spiraling from there. Miley was found guilty of drug abuse as well, and had a troubled relationship with her boyfriend, Liam Hemsworth. Hemsworth. They later did get married, only to get divorced later. Number 5. Richard Sandrick. Richard was a child sensation as an 8-year-old Ukrainian-born. Richard was bench pressing 210 pounds and weighed just 80 pounds himself. So it's not surprising why people started calling him Little Hercules. With such an athletic physique for a kid of his age, a documentary was made called The World's Strongest Boy, which made Slingshot at his name up into the lights. Where is Mr. Muscles today, though? Well, take a look. He's 27 years old now, and Richard is almost unrecognizable these days. He's working as a stuntman at Universal Studios in Hollywood, and he hopes to one day become an engineer for NASA. Number 4. Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber was the very first YouTube sensation, and I'm sure not a lot of introduction is necessary. He shot to fame very quickly, and everyone had the Bieber fever. Bieber was the youngest child celeb to be selling out big arenas, and became one of the biggest singing sensations in the world at just the age of 13. But as happens a lot, he soon let the fame get to his head, and he was charged with rash driving, spitting on his neighbor and threatening him, urinating in public, and trash-talking about former presidents. He was arrested driving under the influence and drag racing in 2014. He was also found to be in debt for millions of dollars due to his extravagant spending. There was a time when this beloved celebrity became hated worldwide, but Bieber fought back and made a comeback with some amazing hits and proved that he is here to stay. We won't even get started on Yummy, though. Number 3. Drew Barrymore. At the age of 6, Drew scored a role in Steven Spielberg's blockbuster, E.T. Extraterrestrial. She then went on to star in Firestarter. Her career exploded after that. Drew Barrymore made the 90s her own, but at the age of 9, she had some obstacles thrown her way. Her father was not around, and Drew's mother would take her alone to nightclubs, where a young and vulnerable mind saw firsthand the effects of drugs and alcohol. Things did start looking better when she filed for emancipation at the age of 15, but when she was only 19, she posed for Playboy. Due to all of the controversy around this, Hollywood was very hesitant to work with her again. However, moving forward to today, and former E.T. star has been able to put aside her troubles and put them behind her, starring in the butt-kicking remake of Charlie's Angels. Number 2. Macaulay Culkin. Who doesn't know Macaulay Culkin? This Home Alone star had been in the showbiz since the age of 4, but his big break in this Christmas movie gave him a success like none other before him. Home Alone became one of the highest-grossing films of that time and resulted in a sequel with him and made him the highest-earning child celeb of his time. But after his big hit, he wasn't being offered the same roles, and in 2004, Culkin was arrested for possession of marijuana and was harshly dealt with by the press. Culkin later resorted to performing with a Velvet Underground parody band called Pizza Underground, but never got the success he once had. Number 1. Amanda Bynes. She just flew out of the gate as a child actor, with a handful of movies in the 2000s. But then, in 2012, she announced that she was retiring from acting. She was struggling with the negativity being portrayed about her in the tabloids. And that's when things started to get weird. Not long after, she was involved in an accident with a police car, for which she was arrested and charged with a DUI. 2013 was another messy year, with arrests for illegal substance possession and evidence tampering. She even reportedly started a fire on a stranger's property. Fortunately, once she was out, Bynes was able to straighten out her life, focusing on many family relationships and attending California's Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising, graduating recently in 2019. From the outside looking in, she appears happy and healthy, but it's still hard to believe that her last acting credit was alongside Emma Stone back in 2010. That's all for our video today. Do you agree with our list? Let us know down in the comments section below. Make sure to like and subscribe or you'll have bad luck for the next 14 days.